Hi guys! We have a brand new setup for my main vlogs. At least for these types of vlogs where we talk about self-improvement, just the cozier, comfier topics, I feel like it's perfect to film on my bed. It's just more like we're having a heart-to-heart talk with each other. I like that I have you guys as an extension of my friends, my barkada, and even my family. So yeah, this is cool, right? So before we discuss taking advantage of the women who inspire us, I want to make sure we get off on the right foot and started off with a lot of light and positivity. So earlier, I pulled a card from my affirmations deck called The Universe Has Your Back. And the affirmation for the week that I pulled out for all of us is, my fearless freedom lights up the world. So take this in however way you want to take it, however way you relate to it, and hopefully this message will resonate with you for the rest of the week and can be something you can keep in mind to help encourage you and energize you and keep you going. At the end of this vlog as well, I will be reading out 3 comments that struck me from the previous episode of my weekly vlog. So this is something I intend to do every main video now. So if you do want a chance for me to kind of notice your comment and discuss your comment online, then leave me a comment on how this particular video resonated with you, if you gained any insight from it or felt some kind of value within the video. Let me know. That was so awkward. I winged that one. I didn't have a script in my head, so yeah. So today we're going to discuss taking advantage of women that you look up to and women who inspire you. I know it kind of sounds off when you say taking advantage of these women, but I swear it's not anything like that. When I say take advantage, I mean not just to look at these women and feel inspired by them, but to take actual action steps, to take those aspects of them that inspire you and apply it to your own life so that it can help you in your self-improvement process, or even just help you tweak some things about yourself that you feel like you need to work on. The reason I came up with this video is because I myself am heavily going through my own self-improvement journey. Right now, everything that I have been doing every day has always been to create a better version of myself, be it in a physical way like working out, or even in a mental and spiritual way like meditating more or self-therapying myself so I understand myself better. And I noticed as I stepped into the self-improvement journey that the one thing I did a lot was to look at other women and take inspiration from them. And somewhere within feeling inspired by these women, I started to pick apart certain aspects that I liked about them and take it in as my own. But keep in mind, it doesn't have to be locked in with women. This is just the particular gender that I find myself looking towards for inspiration. But you can find inspiration from anyone. It can be a man, it can be a woman, it can be someone non-binary. You know, whatever floats your boat, whoever makes you feel good about yourself and whoever makes you want to be a better version of yourself, of course, you can use them as your inspiration. So, for example, I love Queer Eye. I love them. And my favorite person from the Queer Eye series on Netflix is Jonathan Van Ness. I feel like he is everybody's favorite. But what I love so much about him is how he is always so happy and joyful and carefree. Not to say that he doesn't care about anything. He cares about the important things, but I noticed that he has a way of letting go of things that don't serve him. And that's why he's always so able to stay on the positive side of things or be more positive in how he looks at things. By pinpointing what I love about him, I can take that particular aspect, that particular characteristic of his, and try to apply it to myself. So now whenever I go through a certain rough patch, or let's say I'm going through a hard time and a lot of the negatives are showing up, I can easily tell myself, okay, this is the time for me to practice the characteristic from Jonathan Van Ness that inspires me so much. Which means instead of dwelling on the negatives and instead of beating myself up for whatever might have happened, I can look at things on a more positive aspect and look at it as a learning experience, Take the time to self-care, because Jonathan Van Ness always self-cares when he needs it. And not be so swallowed by what happens, but instead be on the track to moving forward, or even if things aren't very positive, to at least focus on the positive things that I do have going on around me, instead of focusing on the negative situation that just happened. Whoa, I feel like I said a lot. So now that you basically know the process of how you can take advantage of the people that inspire you, the women that inspire you in your life, for those of you who can't really think of anyone who inspires you, or just, I don't know, maybe you haven't really looked at other people in that way, then I have 5 people in my list that I'm going to talk about now that could be a good jumping point for you guys. You can do your research about these women yourself, and then see if there's anything you like about them apart from the things that I'm about to mention that you can try and apply to your own life to help with your self-improvement journey. The first person on my list is the one and only former First Lady of the White House, Michelle Obama. The reason why she's number 1 on my list is because I am actually currently reading her autobiography, Becoming Michelle Obama, and it is the most chef's kiss masterpiece I have ever started reading. But to summarize it into adjectives of who she is as a person that I take inspiration from, she is resilient, she's classy, she's diplomatic, she is a hard worker, intelligent, she's so intelligent, and she's inquisitive. Side note, just in case you guys didn't know, Michelle Obama actually mentored her husband Barack Obama when they were working at a law firm together. If that doesn't show you what a powerful woman is, okay, this woman literally mentored the former United States president, then I don't know what to tell you. So to go deeper into things with Michelle Obama as one of my inspirations in life, this is how I would take those characteristics that I pointed out earlier and flipping them so that they would apply to me. I want to be more independent as a person. I want to be more grateful for the things that I have. I also want to be more curious about things around me. I want to be more eager to learn about the things around me. I also want to carry myself the way Michelle Obama carries herself. How classy she is also with how she holds herself or conducts herself in interviews. First and foremost, I want to be thoughtful and I want to be kind. Because when you read Michelle Obama's book, she is the kindest person, the most thoughtful person ever, I feel like, that I might have ever read about. That is how I apply it to myself. So basically taking those traits and turning it into points of improvement for myself that I can get started on. So the next person on my list is Viola Davis. And the characteristics that really picked up the inspiration train for me, that made me want to scream to the heavens about how much she inspires me, is the fact that she trained so hard and worked so hard for these 2 movies that I believe she shot back to back. If you guys haven't seen this tweet yet, here you go. So basically, Viola Davis did a movie where she had to gain 200 pounds of weight to take on the character, and then soon after that had to work out really hard to play her role in the movie Woman King. Just that alone, okay? Look at blocking out everything else about her. The fact that she was diligent and disciplined enough to be able to create 2 very different body types, to be able to play her 2 roles for those movies, does that not scream boss ass bitch to you? I've always loved Viola Davis. That was the epitome of it for me. That was yup, she is perpetually on my list. With that comes the characteristics that I take inspiration from. She is strong. She's clearly very diligent. She is so talented and she is so skilled as well in her craft. And again, like I said a while ago, freaking boss ass bitch. Based on those characteristics that inspire me from Viola Davis, I want to be able to carry that kind of strength and that kind of diligence for myself as well. It's not like I know her, right? But I see her as someone who, when she needs to get something done, she will get something done, no excuses. And that kind of hit home for me. That was something I really related to and I wanted to incorporate into my life, because I give a lot of excuses to myself, be it with working out or doing something important. Sometimes I will just put it off, I will procrastinate, because I'm not in the mood. It came to a point where I really was just not doing anything point blank, and it wasn't good for me anymore. It wasn't even about deserving a break. It was just me being lazy. And when I saw that tweet about Viola Davis, it kind of sparked something in me that made me want to be that strong in my own resolve and that diligent with my own goals, that disciplined with my own goals. If there's something that I want to get done, I need to get it done. No excuses whatsoever. And that is something that I already actually, if you've been watching my vlogs, have started to incorporate into my life as well. And so far, it's a tough climb. Still kind of making excuses for myself, but a lot less than I used to. So, progress. So the next person is Ariana Grande. I love her so much. I started to view her as an inspiration instead of a music artist that I listened to frequently and I loved a lot when I watched her concert documentary. I'm assuming you guys know about her and maybe even the things that have happened to her. But if you guys didn't know, this is a bit of a touchy topic. I don't know for you guys. I don't think I have any viewers in that area in the country, but I am going to talk about a pretty touchy topic. So, a bit of a trigger warning right here, okay? She had a concert in Manchester that was followed by a very, very devastating bombing. And a lot of people lost their lives, a lot of people were injured. Just from that alone, that's a lot for someone to have to carry, to have to go through, you know, in life. For you to even have to live through that firsthand is something that is very, very difficult and hard. I can't even imagine what it's like. But that just goes to show how freaking resilient she is as a person, you know? How strong she is. She has always kept going, you know? I mean, look at her now. She's even bigger than how she was back then. And she was already big back then, you know? Her resilience is just so... It's personally empowering for me. And anytime I think about it, it's always, well, if she can get through something like that, then I can get through something like this. That is in a much smaller scale, but still kind of scares me, you know? On the side of her resilience, she's also very soulful, obviously very, very caring and thoughtful as a person. She's very creative and skilled in her craft as well. You can't deny that. I know there are some haters of her out there, but you can't deny that she has hella talent, right? So turning that into something that I can incorporate into my self-improvement journey, it would be, of course, to remember to get back up whenever the going gets tough. You know, never, ever, ever let anything defeat me. I can feel defeated for a while. I can take a long break, maybe even give up at some points. But when I feel ready, I always have to get back up and keep trying, even if it's in another direction, if that makes any sense. On the side of that, with her passion for things and how soulful and caring she is, I want to put that amount of passion and soul into the things that I create. Because that is the very thing that can fuel the achievement of your own dreams, you know? You can't get to your goal if you don't put in the hard work, if you don't put in the long hours and the passion that you have for it, you're never gonna get to it. And that's what I also want to take from Ariana Grande, to put a lot of passion and love into the things that I do, and not just do it because I have to do it, but do it because it has a lot of value to me and something that I want to share with people. I want to make sure that everything I do has a level of passion to it that only I can put into it, because if it's valued by me, then hopefully it will be seen and valued by others as well. The next two people on my list are people I'm personally friends with, I'm close with, but they are also influencers / YouTubers. So first we have my girl Ayn. She is now a very, very, very popular TikToker, and she talks about colorism. She educates women about it and being happy and fulfilled and feeling loved in your own skin and learning to love yourself and gain your own self-esteem and self-confidence. She talks about all of that in her TikTok platform. We were very, very close years back, and we're still, you know, we still talk every now and then, but the reason why she's on my list is actually because Ayn is the #1 go-getter I have ever encountered in my life. She is the one friend that I have. I clearly see her lock her target and then head straight for it. No excuses, no detours. She just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And I remember a couple of years ago, we went out together and we were waiting for our Uber in front of the mall, and we were sitting on the steps, and we were both kind of still budding YouTubers. And I remember sitting down on those steps with her, and we were talking about how badly we wanted to become full-time YouTubers. And Ayn's confidence is through the roof. She doesn't say, oh my gosh, I want it so bad. She says, I'm gonna have it. That's coming for me. And, you know, law of attraction, she has it now. She manifested it. Every day she manifested just by declaring those statements instead of asking for it. She both asked and declared that she was gonna have it. And because of that, she has like over 100,000 followers on TikTok now and growing on YouTube. And that's exactly the thing about her that inspires me so much. Not just her confidence in herself and the skills that she has as a person, but she always went straight for her goals. No frills, no detours. She just kept going. Whatever she wants, she will lock her eyes on it and head straight for it. It may take a really long time, but because she heads straight for it, she gets exactly what she wants. And that's something that I could definitely learn from. I get demotivated a lot. I lose my inspiration, I lose my motivation, and that causes me to take long breaks. As you guys can see, I was gone for half a year and now I'm back, right? A part of that was because I felt like my YouTube channel was going nowhere. And honestly, Ayn has experienced the same thing too, like being stagnant for a while. She's experienced that, but she didn't let that stop her. In juxtaposition to myself, I always let it stop me. And just seeing her achieve her dreams and being in a place that she had always been wanting to, that she put so much hard work and has finally gotten to, that smacked me in the head. It made me think, well, shit, she didn't stop and she got what she wanted. You stopped and you didn't. I could very well be at my goal right now if I just hadn't stopped believing in myself and if I had just kept going. So taking that inspiration from Ayn, I want to turn myself into a go-getter. No more doubts about myself, no more fear, no more worry. Just go, 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 go. If I fall back down, I get back up. If I feel demotivated, I'll give myself time, but I will never ever wallow in it or let it defeat me. I will always get back on that horse and ride it to my goal, to my dreams. The last person on my list of women who inspire me is my best friend, Andrea Ferma, who is also a TikToker for fitness and has her own YouTube channel as well. So you guys, if you guys are OG subscribers, y'all know Andrea, of course, is my best friend with Ariel. We're still talking. We lost touch for a while, but we're talking again. We're still best friends, even despite the length of time we haven't talked in the distance. But Andrea, I believe, is the most relaxed person I have ever met in my life. She's the type of person to just go with the flow and not really go crazy over trying to control things. But at the same time, she's also very, very disciplined as a person and also very independent and logical when it comes to her daily life. I, on the other hand, need to control everything. I have that itch to control life and the things that happen around me, which is clearly impossible. You can't control life. We talked about this in episode 2 of my vlog. But that's just something, I feel like that's my inner perfectionist like gnawing at me. Like, you have to make sure everything is going to go right. And if it doesn't, it spins my world into a whirlpool of like self-hatred. Watching Andrea work and watching Andrea just live her life, honestly, inspires me to just be relaxed about everything. I don't always have to control things, especially things that are out of my control. I don't always have to have my hand in it. I can always learn to go with the flow of things. Even if those types of things make me uncomfortable, I'm allowed to let go and not take control of things. And in some respects, that puts a lot less weight on me, puts a lot less pressure on myself. And that's something I feel like I really need to learn, and something that I want to start working on, taking that from Andrea. I need to be more relaxed about things, less anal about things, and learn to roll with the punches as they come along. On the side of that, Her independence is off the charts. She can do anything and everything by herself. I'm also already pretty independent as a person, but I do struggle to not rely on people at times, and I feel like I need to learn to be by myself again, especially since I'm in a relationship now. I always want my significant other to go out with me when I go out. And before that, I used to love just going out on my own. So I feel like I have to relearn that again, to just be by myself and enjoy being by myself. Because I do naman. I do like being by myself. I feel like I have forgotten throughout my 2-year relationship that I did like being by myself. And then on her discipline, Andrea is like a fitness queen, man. And her whole TikTok account is about weight loss because she did experience weight loss because of how disciplined she was with working out. And she has TikTok videos about how she doesn't feel motivated and doesn't want to work out at all, but she disciplines herself to still go for it. And next week's video is actually an entire vlog about picking up and learning self-discipline for myself, because this particular characteristic that I feel inspired by from Andrea, I have already started to work on for myself in my self-improvement journey. And I owe a lot of my work on self-discipline to Andrea, because she makes me want to keep going. Whenever I see her videos or talk to her about just keeping on and just doing it even if you don't want to do it, it always makes me want to discipline myself more and to really work on that self-discipline for myself. So a lot of it I owe to Andrea, because she inspires me to be more self-disciplined as a person. So those are all the women on my list that inspire me, with the addition of Jonathan Van Ness. But that is basically how I take their characteristics and aspects about themselves that inspire me and apply it to myself to help better myself and work on my self-improvement journey. On your end, what did you think of my list? Is there anyone on my list that you want to take in as your inspiration? Or is there someone that you feel like deserves to be placed on that inspirational women list? Is there someone that you look up to who inspires you a lot? Let me know in the comments the women that inspire you and traits about them that you love, that you want to try incorporating and working on for the betterment of your lifestyle and yourself. Let me know. I really want this to become a discussion so that we can talk about it and support each other, and maybe even find more women to take on to inspire us. Before I say goodbye, I am going to go through the 3 comments from last week's vlog that struck me and that I kind of want to spotlight. Okay, so this one is from Kyrene, Virginia. I've been subscribed to you since To The Max era. OG subscriber. And I remember liking your videos then, but now I love them even more. This video also came on such perfect timing for me because I'm also manifesting some stuff for my life and YouTube channel. I wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to your future content. Thank you so much for your comment, Kyrene. I'm really glad that I'm not the only one who practices manifestation. So let me know how that works out for you, and if you have any manifestation advice that could work for everyone else, let us know. Next one is from Carrie Nicole Ganotes. I see you on Instagram and on Twitter. She says, I'm late, but gosh, of course I missed you so much. Seriously, Max, your energy is just really so good. I swear I started watching you some 2-3 years ago when I wasn't at my best, and I've never stopped. I've watched every single one of your videos, I swear, and I love ya. Thank you so much for coming back, and I'm just so excited to see what you have in store for us. We are all so lucky. Honestly, I'm lucky to have you guys, to still have my followers from half a year ago that you guys haven't left. I'm the lucky one, and I'm really grateful that my videos now have improved for you guys, and that I'm able to come back with more powerful videos and with even better, technically more better videos for you guys, so that it's not just the same shit you see all over again. I am improving. I'm glad. Thank you. Lastly, from Myrelle Victoria Villa. You inspire me. I've recently resigned from my full-time job as well to save my mental health. But now I've been stressing about my finances, and bumping into your Fun Employed series really inspired me. Thank you. I'm really glad you let me know about this, Myrelle, because my videos are for people to relate to, and knowing that I'm actually reaching people who are experiencing the same thing I am experiencing, it really warms my heart and pretty much confirms that I am on the right track with my life. So I know you know that I know that because I'm going through it right now. I honestly still have my moments of fear and doubt, but I want you to keep looking forward. Keep looking at all the things you could be doing, all of the opportunities that are just waiting for you, and all of the opportunities that you can create for yourself. Because you don't have to just wait for someone to give you an opportunity or to offer you a job. You can very well make that for yourself if you just, sat down and brainstormed a little. Maybe there's something you're passionate in that you can turn into something that would provide some kind of financial stability for you, or even just some kind of income throughout the month, because that's something I'm working on now. I feel like it's not about waiting for things to happen, but making things happen for you, and that is exactly what I'm doing right now. And I'm not hoping that things will happen for me. I am making sure I will make things happen for me. So I hope you adapt that same mindset, and hopefully that will take a lot of the weight and pressure off of your shoulders, because that's what it does for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to be featured on the next main vlog, please leave me a comment and I might just pick you. On the flip side of things, if you do want to donate to me and support me in my craft, then I do have a coffee page where you can buy me a coffee. But of course, no pressure on that. It's just an in case, you want to. I'm just grateful to have you here watching my content. Thank you so, so much. You can follow me on social media because I also talk about self-improvement and my journey on my other platforms. I am really, really grateful to all of you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here, and thank you for taking the time to spend with me to watch this video. I will see you next week. Bye!